Hi everyone, I just wanted to give you a midweek update and cover several items from this week. First of all, I want to tell you I'm really happy with all of the interaction and all of the great introduction discussion posts that we saw. I've also been in contact with several of you for a variety of reasons, and I've really enjoyed chatting with those of you I've been able to chat with. Have already talked to some of the module discussant teams and really feel like things are positively moving along in class. Several things I wanted to cover for this week. First are the group projects and the module discussant assignments. Many of you may have seen my announcement last week that directed you to the discussion board area where you can see, if you scroll down on the main discussion board page, you can see the pairings and the module that you might be assigned for the module discussant activity. I have spoken with everyone from module 3, 4, and 5. And so we should be well underway for those. For any of you who are assigned to modules 6 through 11, I'd like to meet with your pairs a little bit later in the semester. So right now you could just keep doing what you're doing and we'll meet a little bit later. In terms of the group project assignments, I will be making the assignments and setting up the groups area and discussion board later, either this weekend or early next week. I like to see the first assignments. I like to see the analytic memo from the discussion board for this week. I like to get to know some people a little bit more and do some assessing of some things before I will assign the groups that you are with. So if there is anybody in particular that you either already know, you're in the same location or time zone, you have been in a group with before, or something like that, if you have a request of who you might want to work with, you can send me an email. I don't always honor those. I do, I think, a pretty good job of choosing the groups and really balancing some things out. I also might be reaching out to some of you to see if you want to be a group leader for the group project. We still have some time for that. You have a lot of other things on your plate right now that you're doing with all of the reading. I know it's a lot. And with the discussion board post for this week, getting familiarized with the module discussant and all of the other things that you have going on. So just stay tuned for more information on the group project itself. Next thing, number 3, there is some reference in your syllabus to a thing called the leadership self-assessment. Long story short, we're probably not going to be doing that this semester, but you may get some future communication about it. It is not anything that's assigned points. The idea behind the leadership self-assessment is that everyone who is in a major of organizational leadership would take, it's a variety of instruments that are either personality style instruments, leader style assessments, attitudes and opinions about certain things that have to do with leadership that we would do at the beginning of your program. Then you would do the same thing at the end of your program, and it would generate a report, and we would take a look at maybe some of the change in attitude, perception, skills, knowledge, behavior that had to do with leadership throughout your program. The program that we've used for that is called Qualtrics. We used it for last semester, but we've been told by the new VP of Information Technology that we may no longer have a contract with Qualtrics, and that is sort of up in the air with a lot of just administrative changes that are happening on campus. We haven't heard for sure yet, so it's sort of up in the air, but I didn't want you to worry about that. If there's anything that you need to do related to leadership self-assessment that's referred to on the syllabus or referred to in the module, then you will hear some future information about it, and you don't need to worry about it for right now. Number 4, I want to let you know that I have an impending trip to China. I travel to China for the first 2 weeks of the semester for our partner institutions, and I will be leaving this Friday, and I will be returning on September 12th. It's always an interesting trip. The Wi-Fi connection that I have is not always the greatest. There usually are some technology issues, and there can be some communication issues when I'm gone. I try to minimize those as much as possible, and it's just a reality of traveling overseas. And for those of you who either travel, or I know we have one person here who works overseas, Ryan, and he probably experiences this where he is as well. So it's just a reality of it. I try to minimize it as much as possible. I try to stay as available as possible, but just know that I will have a 13-hour time difference from you. Skype is not always the best in China, so sometimes there are some challenges there. I do have an international account with T-Mobile that allows me to send international text messages for free, and I should still be able to be pretty good with my email. So that's just something to let you know of, and I'm excited about that, and hopefully there won't be any major technological glitches with that. Having said that, the next thing, number 5 on my list I wanted to talk to you about is really the importance of staying connected with me throughout the semester. I am one of those people, I'm a multiple device person. I have an iPhone, an iPad, a desktop, a laptop. You know, I check email and text frequently. I Skype frequently. I FaceTime with people. In China, we call it, there's a WeChat app. And so I'm constantly managing, trying to stay in communication with all of my students. So I want you to know that you can reach out at any time through any of those various platforms. If you want to chat about the readings, if you are confused about something, if you're frustrated about something, if you just want to chat to make sure that you have some really good understanding of the material, I really do like to be in touch with people, and I like to do more than just have just the online materials, and I like to develop a relationship with people and chat with people. So I want you to know that I'm very open to that, and you can contact me just about any time. That's not the first time or the last time you've heard that. I just want to reinforce it. So I think that's just about it for this week. I will post an announcement regarding Module 3. Hopefully on Monday. It may be Tuesday because of the travel schedule that I have and being in China. And I will also be monitoring discussion board this week. May not participate in it as much because I will be traveling literally for 48 hours this weekend when you guys are all replying to each other. But I definitely will be reading and trying to catch up, and even doing some work offline on that discussion board as I can. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great week, and next time I talk to any of you that I don't already have appointments scheduled with for this week will probably be when I'm in China, and it'll be a 13-hour time difference, so it'll be an exciting journey. So you guys have a great week. Talk to you later.